But just, okay, real quick. I have a little stipulation, a little stickler I have with YouTube, alright? I have a little tiny itty bitty problem with YouTube. As you guys may know, I live stream nearly all of my content. This right now is actually being live streamed and whatnot. And whatever, a lot of the stuff that I do is in fact live streamed. The issue I have with YouTube right now is that it's promoting videos and not live streamed things. They made a separate section. They have a section for... Where are the signs at? Alright, look. They have a section. The way it works is there's the homepage. As we know, the good old classic homepage. Then it has videos, videos, which is nothing different. And then it has shorts. And then it has live. And then as the rest would be playlist. I don't even have this up in front of me. I just know this is what it is. I don't know what it says. Community. I think it's community. And then about. I normally only visit the first, so back in the day, what it originally was just home, videos, and then about playlist, and then about. Community is a new thing, which I kind of do like, just a tiny bit. I do have the community tab, whatever activated. I just don't use it so much, but I probably should. But listen, YouTube, Mr. or Mrs. YouTube, Susan. That's probably not you who did this, but just YouTube. I operate with live content because I literally don't have enough power to do video content. I don't have enough memory storage to save it somewhere and then transfer it out. It has to be just straight out. And I'm not sure if that's more complex or less complex, but either way, if I wanted to make videos, nothing would be made. I guarantee that. It would be taking forever, especially the way I do things, where I am really critiqueful. So I do live streams because I have no choice but to do it straight up in there. But hey, live, the separate section for live stuff, okay. Give me an option to move that live section to the front, or maybe at least not the front, maybe to the home area, or even better, to just remove, just move shorts, and then switch the live section to here. I think to get rid of the shorts area, I need to go through the old videos that I had, that aren't originally shorts. They're just short videos that YouTube automatically turned into shorts. I just need to just be hey, don't mark this as a short, which is annoying because that's not even my fault. And then everything playlist would be move up, community, and then I guess it'd be shorts and then about and whatever. But gosh dang, YouTube, you're killing me here. Because it really sucks. I look at my homepage and I'm I haven't uploaded in 2 days. That's not right. Or in this case, it's 2 days because of the Alone series. But I'm I haven't uploaded in a couple days. That can't be right. I did a stream last night and I'm oh wait, yeah, that's right. YouTube doesn't show that anymore. Now I don't know if they're recommending the streams. I do know some people do see the stream still, but I don't want it to be a dealio where people be oh, this guy's streaming, I want to see his channel, and then they see last uploaded a couple a week ago, right? Everyone's oh, I guess this is a rare thing, not a worthwhile thing. No, I literally stream every day, so you better show it that I do it every day by putting me the stuff that I want on the front page. And I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I've looked up some ways on how to do it, and I'm not getting anything out of it, but hey, it is probably just a temporary thing that I'll find the fix to in a couple days. But for now, it's pretty freaking annoying. Anyways, about the title, working hard or hardly working, I'll give you the answer to that. I'm actually working very hard, but I have to go to sleep right now, so now I'm going to be hardly working. But something I do want to talk about, though, is this right here, Burn Pygmalion, A Better Guide to Romance. I was wrong. I originally thought that Janine was how to describe this? I originally thought that, oh my, no way, oh my gosh, that's incredible, cannot believe that. That's not right, yeah, whatever. I originally thought that Janine, and I'll explain this in the APR, which you will TLC. But I originally thought that, like, oh man, Janine is the awful person. No, Sylvia is an horrible human being, and I am all for it. And I know that sounds kind of really super weird, even in context to anything. But like, trust me, I was at work today, as you do. I was at work and I was listening to Burn Pygmalion, A Better Guide to Romance. Also, once again, as you do. I was chilling. I'm like, alright, yeah, I've heard this before. But let's get a new perspective, Because according to Liz Layman, in a podcast episode I heard, I'm trying to find it again. I think it was by The Artificial Ghost. I don't remember, but I will find it. But I was listening to Burn Pygmalion, and I'm like, all right, yeah, sure, I'll put a new perspective on it, The line, was it like the dying star in Community Gardens? I finally connected that. It's like, oh, that probably has something to do with Sylvia. Aren't I just a tad itty bit dumb? So I figured that out, which made me like, it blew my mind. And then I kept thinking, and I'm like, what else? What else is there that would blow my mind, so to speak? And it turns out everything else, pretty much, because, and it's like clear as day. It's one of those things where it's like it's so obvious. You'd have to be an idiot not to see it. And then there's me being like, I wonder what this line means. No, it makes it blatantly obvious. Sylvia's a freaking sadist because, she literally tells us that in Your Vicious Kin. Assuming that she does sing in Your Vicious Kin. And that's once again assuming a lot of things in this album. Don't you dare crash on me. I am not looking for another crashing things. Anyhow. So, yeah, Burn Pygmalion. That's pretty fun. TV Girl Who Really Cares. I'm going to be buying quite a bit of albums. Some good old Tally Hall stuff. I might need to buy the Scary Jokes again. Because I have April Fools, but I might need to buy that again. Just because I want variation. I've been listening to some podcasts too. Chuckle Sandwich is the one I'm trying to catch up on and finish. Technically, or whatever. But for some reason, the audio gets really quiet when I work. Like when I'm in the cafeteria area, it's a-okay fine. But as soon as I get back into the factory, it just stops working. They get super quiet. I'm not sure if it's with my headphones, my hearing, or just the fact that the audio just does that. The audio just gets quieter as the episode progresses. Maybe it's the burner phone that I have. I don't know what it is, but it is kind of getting a bit annoying, which is a shame. But see, I'm trying to find not necessarily louder podcasts, but louder podcasts. I think the Artificial Ghost one sounds pretty interesting, just because it's music based. And, yeah, I've tried to get into different genres, because I mostly do comedy podcasts. Chuckle Sandwich, Distractable. And I guess Go, my favorite sports team, could count as information, but I count as partway information, partway comedy and whatnot. I was in the drive to work. There's an ad, a billboard for a true crime podcast. I think it's called Murder with My Husband. And I'm like, I saw it. I'm like, hey, yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot. I haven't heard it yet. Apparently, I think what the tagline is there's this lady that really likes learning about horrific murders, and her husband does not. And I'm like, that, yeah, I'd probably enjoy that. Ow. What the heck was that sound? I don't know. I think it's Artificial Radio Ghost, I think. It seems to be about music and whatnot, which, you know me. I may not be good at music, but I sure do love learning about music, the whole APR series and the fake degree. Anyhow, the Twitter account that I mentioned earlier, yeah, that is technically already a thing. I just need to, make it look a bit pretty, which the looking pretty part will have to happen after production is completely finished. And I'm almost done with production. I am just working on the final edits for things. Well, I'm still doing some filming stuff for it, but then after this filming, editing, and then compiling together, because like I said, there's 7 parts, so I need to do the individual parts, compile them together, and then yeah, and then once production gets released, I want to work on like a behind the scenes thing because I'm a freaking nerd and I'm like I want to talk about this stuff, but I can't do it during production because it's supposed to be a thing, and whatever. But yeah, it's fine. What else is there? All other bits and gimmicks and pieces have been done. I do have a stream planned for this Saturday. A new game, which I've never played before, which I think will be kind of fun. I think the only things I really need to do left for like production, like the big, like no, not big, just like minor stuff, is thumbnail art for production for the Saturday stream and the Saturday video. Which I still, for this entire time, I do not have. I have an idea of what I want to do for the thumbnail for production, but I have no idea how to draw it. Which is like the age-old issue with me. Like I know what I want it to look like, the aesthetic and the feel. I just literally can't do it for the life of me. And it could be one of those things where it's like, oh, it's just, like, you know, what if it's like a Photoshop dealio? You know, you just gotta learn how to use the Photoshops and whatever. And it's like, probably. Except I don't have Photoshop. I don't have access to any of that stuff. I have painting tools and whatnot, which could be useful if you know how to use them. But like, once again, if you know how to use them. Like, if you notice, some of my recent thumbnails, the sheep one specifically, has been a bit lazy. I haven't even made a thumbnail for this 2551. I'm still trying to think of a thumbnail design and whatnot. Yeah, it's a Twitter account. I think you can probably find it right now. Maybe not. It's a capital APR in Hampshire for April, Hampshire. Yeah. I did have an old one under like, you know, the Pixel Master name, but it didn't really work out all too much, and I really don't want to visit it. I also don't know the password. So yeah, we're gonna do April. My name and whatnot. Let's get my identity out there on the internet or whatever. Anyhow, that'll be all for this. Just a little catch you up. I am working hard and hardly working at the exact same time. But yeah, just Burn Pygmalion. The face I was making at work was, I'd say, kind of funny, just because I was just like utter confusion, and then the second half hit, and I'm like, oh gosh. Wait, who's the a-hole here? I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. Sometimes I have waking nightmares, or like I close my eyes, and I work in a woodshop factory, and I close my eyes and I see like, yes, 52. That is the right cut. There's a little cut there, like there's a little splitter or whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. But oh no, there's a little crack. There's a little crack in the wood. We can't cut that, so I think we could cut it down. 35s, they can't have any splits or cracks in it, so we could cut it down to 38. It barely fits 38. Perfect. Let's catch the little remaining bit of wood so it doesn't fall into the machine and clog it up. I wish I was lying about that, but there are times where I'm like, oh man, this happens, and it happens in Minecraft too. Like, where I'm in Minecraft, I'm like, alright, I need some wood. I'm gonna have to ask for another unit because I can't drive a forklift. Wait. And I'm like, oh shoot, wait, I am the forklift here. Yeah. I don't know, I think it's interesting being in a job and then, you know, also streaming. Because it's like, yes, I work at the factory and make money. And then I fly in this world and I'm like, man, I worked really hard on this piece of garbage. This is the first thing I built. I don't necessarily hate it. I mean, I hate the redstone. I hate how unhidden it is and how freaking this hurts my eyes. I probably could have done one a bit better by like bud powering underneath instead of to the side. But like house-wise, this is cool. I really like this. If I built this like facade in Endercraft, like if I built this just by myself, like survival, like no point, no purpose. If I just built this would be freaking awesome. Like look at that texturing. And when I'm in here, it'd be a bit more difficult to like get the actual roof in and stuff because it was never supposed to. It was just supposed to be a facade. But like, oh, that's like really cool. I try to make a flying machine here. Freaking, what is this thing about? Oh, it's right. It was a traveling circuit I wanted to make with honey blocks, where you just stand on one block, and then obviously it doesn't work. What it's supposed to do is you stand here, it goes here, and then it pushes you back. It's like a funky elevator, but obviously it doesn't work. Yeah, I went from like that building to then like proper gradient work. Like, that's cool. I feel like B-double-O. And speaking of B-double-O, redstone with B-dubs. No, I'm kidding. I mean, there is this too, but I mostly base this off of Mumbo, because sandstone. I didn't watch Etho Slab as not a child, as a recent. And then this little house right here, this is based off of B-dubs. I try to do like texture, like shadows and whatnot. It doesn't look too good, but I'm not gonna say that. I really like this. There's obviously work that could be done. Yeah, and there's no sign. So I built this tree. Thank you, Jen/Scar /Strauss. Very cool. TARDISes, other funky trees. Thank you, Solidarity. No, Jimmy? Is it Jimmy or Joel? It was Joel, not Jimmy. Other stuff. Actually, another fun thing. All these things were based off of a redstone video Mumbo made. And then these right here, the Etho clocks, were based off of the Etho video I saw. Is this? Oh, wow. This copper is just naturally aging. This was originally copper, and then it's slowly... Wait, why isn't this producing any... Oh. Oh, that's actually really cool. Oh, that's actually so cool. But yeah, I do think it's interesting stuff. And who cannot forget, I am so gosh darn sexy. Still the coolest thing I built. Used to make a noise, now the boat's there. Speaking of noise... How do I make it? I really like note blocks. As much as I hate that one I'm Blue song, I think it's really cool to see you could do that for season. Anyhow, I'm gonna end the stream because I think I hit my quota for video making today. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, look, it's 12:13. There you go. I started it off at 11. Now it's 12. So I have 2 videos in one day. This was my ploy. This was my plan. Oh no, spoilers. No one's gonna see this video. And besides, if you've seen this video, it's already too late. Ow. Alrighty then. Ciao. I'm gonna go take a humongous nap called sleep. Oh. And if you want a little spoiler of what video will be next, actually, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna end the video where I started, which is right here. Well, I didn't start here, but yeah. Anyways, there's your spoiler. If you noticed it, good job. And if you didn't, good, because you'll see on